the lottery. A beacon of hope, a dream of riches. But what if this dream morphed into a nightmare? What if winning the lottery was actually a curse? History tells a chilling tale. Stories abound of lottery winners plummeting from joyous heights to devastating lows. Their fortunes, often tragically short-lived, serve as stark warnings. The lottery's allure of instant wealth can mask a darker, more sinister reality. The stories are numerous. In 2007, Doris Murray won $5 million, a time for joy for securing her family's future. Tragically, her ex-boyfriend, blinded by greed, murdered her for the money. Her dream turned into a horrifying tragedy. Then there's the heartbreaking case of Jeffrey Dampier. A $20 million win in 1996 should have been a blessing. Instead, it led to his kidnapping and murder orchestrated by his own sister-in-law. His widow later confessed, the weight of the money crushing, "I wished he'd never won." These stories, though heartbreaking, are not isolated incidents. Abraham Shakespeare, a Florida man, won $30 million in 2006. He was hounded relentlessly, bombarded with pleas for money. He later vanished, his body found buried under a concrete slab. A woman he had befriended, now convicted of his murder, saw him as a walking, talking ATM. The money, a magnet for misfortune, had sealed his fate. These are not mere cautionary tales. They are real lives forever altered, destroyed even, by the weight of sudden fortune. The lottery, often portrayed as a golden ticket to happiness, can quickly transform into a one-way trip to despair. The curse of the lottery isn't always about violence and malice. Sometimes it's a slower, more insidious decline. Take Keith Gough, a British man who won £9 million in 2005. He indulged in a life of excess, his days consumed by gambling and alcohol. His fortune dwindled as quickly as it arrived. He died of a heart attack just 5 years later, his life a cautionary tale about the dangers of unbridled indulgence. Billy Bob Harrell Jr., a Texas native, experienced a similar fate. A lottery win in 1997 promised a brighter future. Instead, it brought relentless harassment, a broken marriage, and ultimately suicide. He left behind a chilling message: winning the lottery is the worst thing that ever happened to me. His story is a stark reminder that money cannot buy happiness, and sometimes it can even exacerbate existing problems. Even those who manage to hold on to their wealth often find themselves grappling with a different kind of curse: isolation. Jack Whitaker, who won a staggering $315 million in West Virginia in 2002, became a recluse. He was robbed, sued, and plagued by family tragedies. His granddaughter and daughter both died of drug overdoses, their lives tragically intertwined with his newfound wealth. The stories of these winners paint a bleak picture. The lottery's promise of happiness often gives way to a harsh reality. Sudden wealth, instead of bringing joy, can trigger a cascade of problems, leaving destruction and despair in its wake. Why do so many lottery winners face such misfortune? Some point to the psychological impact of sudden wealth. Imagine for a moment the overwhelming feeling of going from ordinary to extraordinarily wealthy overnight. The ground beneath you shifts. Your entire reality is upended. This dramatic change can trigger a host of psychological challenges. Many winners struggle with a sense of guilt. They grapple with the arbitrariness of their fortune, wondering why they were chosen while others struggle. This guilt can be compounded by an influx of requests for money from friends, family, and even strangers. The constant pressure to share their wealth can be incredibly stressful, leading to feelings of resentment and isolation. Another common struggle is a loss of identity. For many, their work and social circles define who they are. Sudden wealth can disrupt these fundamental aspects of their lives. They may quit their jobs, relocate to unfamiliar surroundings, and lose touch with old friends. This sudden shift can leave them feeling lost and adrift, unsure of their place in this new world. The psychological impact of sudden wealth is often underestimated. It's not just about managing money, it's about navigating a complete life overhaul. Without proper support and guidance, many winners find themselves ill-equipped to cope with the emotional and psychological challenges that come with their newfound fortune. Section 4. When money changes everything. It's not just the winners themselves who are affected by the curse of the lottery. Their relationships with friends and family often undergo dramatic transformations. The dynamics of these relationships, once built on trust and shared experiences, become skewed by the presence of vast wealth. Friends and family members may start to view the winner differently. They might see them as a source of financial support, leading to strained interactions and resentment. The winner, in turn, might struggle to differentiate genuine relationships from those solely motivated by money. This erosion of trust can be incredibly isolating, leaving the winner feeling like they can't rely on anyone. Romantic relationships are particularly vulnerable. The power dynamics inevitably shift when one partner suddenly becomes immensely wealthy. This can lead to insecurity, jealousy, and ultimately the breakdown of the relationship. The tragic story of Billy Bob Harrell Jr., whose marriage crumbled under the weight of his lottery win, serves as a stark reminder of this potential pitfall. The curse of the lottery extends far beyond the individual winner. It can fracture relationships, breed resentment, and create a chasm between the winner and those they once held dear. The very people they hoped to share their good fortune with often become casualties of their sudden wealth. Section 5. The importance of financial literacy. The stories of these lottery winners, while tragic, highlight a crucial point. Financial literacy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Sudden wealth, without the knowledge and skills to manage it responsibly, can be a recipe for disaster. It's like handing someone a powerful sports car without teaching them how to drive. The results can be devastating. Financial literacy is about more than just knowing how to invest money. It's about understanding the complexities of wealth management, including budgeting, estate planning, and tax implications. It's about seeking professional guidance from financial advisors, lawyers, and therapists who can help navigate the challenges that come with sudden fortune. Education is key. Schools and community organizations should prioritize financial literacy programs. These programs should teach individuals how to create a budget, save for the future, and make informed financial decisions. By empowering individuals with financial knowledge, we can help them avoid the pitfalls that have plagued so many lottery winners. The curse of the lottery is in many ways a curse of ignorance. By promoting financial literacy and providing individuals with the tools they need to manage wealth responsibly, we can help break this cycle of misfortune. Section 6. Finding peace in prosperity. The lottery, with its promise of instant riches, continues to captivate our imaginations. But the stories of those who have lived through the dream-turned-nightmare offer a valuable lesson. True wealth lies not in the size of one's bank account, but in the strength of one's relationships, the pursuit of one's passions, and the sense of peace and purpose that comes from a life well lived. Winning the lottery, while tempting to fantasize about, is not a guaranteed path to happiness. In fact, it can often lead to a path fraught with unforeseen dangers and challenges. The real winners are those who approach wealth, whether inherited, earned, or won, with a sense of responsibility, humility, and a deep understanding that true happiness comes from within. The next time you find yourself daydreaming about winning the lottery, take a moment to consider the stories of those who have lived through the reality. Let their experiences serve as a reminder that true wealth is multifaceted and that financial literacy, emotional intelligence, and a strong support system are essential for navigating the complexities of sudden fortune. For in the end, it's not about how much money you have, but how you choose to live your life.